I said, Jamie, you look lovely today.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So how excited are you to be part of Out of Death? It came out this past Friday, but we get to continue to speak about it. Um, is it appropriate to say that Shannon was a badass?
Yes, of course it is. She is a badass. And thank you.
You're welcome. Talk about Shannon.
Shannon is a photojournalist who is going on this journey to, essentially climb a mountain and spread her father's ashes, who recently died. And, during that very intense process, she obviously stumbles upon a really serious event that she records, films, and it's essentially her exploration of personal endurance, grief, strength, and holding people accountable for the corruption and the brutality within these systems.
Now, your character, I think we can all kind of relate somehow, because she's also, searching for inner and outer strength and prevails. That I really liked about your character, how there's this Shannon from start of the film, and then there's this other Shannon at the end.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's one of the things that I really wanted to convey, was that in order to have like an external change, that one must go through the internal at the same time. Once we have our more internal structure, then we can have more external structure. And so in the beginning, I really wanted to convey that through the way that I moved, through the emotions, and how as she gets further up this mountain and through this journey, that she really connects and commands the stage of strength, through going through everything that she's gone through so radically.
Mm-hmm. So how much training did you have to do? Because you were like when I spoke to the director, Mike Burns, I was like, Shannon was like the female version of Rambo for a moment,
Yeah.
running with this shirt wrapped around her shoulder for her injury, and running with a gun.
Yeah, I was very adept and well trained at that point, when I came on to Out of Death, because I had been training for a year for Black Summer before I even did Black Summer season 2. And I went straight from filming season 2 of Black Summer into this film. And in Black Summer, it's all like weapons, tactical gear, lots of props, lots of running, lots of action, lots of stunts. And so I was very, very well trained for this movie when I came into it.
It's no secret you come from being a model of fashion and so forth, but when you come into these roles where you're like you said, you're dealing with all these weapons and stuff, is there some sort of feeling as a female, like feeling like a strong, powerful high, maybe?
Very much so. I think that's probably why I do a lot of action, but I mean, I grew up in the Midwest, so I grew up, shooting guns since I was a little kid. We didn't hunt, but every Sunday we were down the river shooting cans,
Mm-hmm.
that. So I grew up with that. And there is something about, when you know how to handle these things and handle them well, that is a very powerful feeling,
Mm-hmm.
It's really, it's powerful.
I can relate to you. I kind of grew up the same way. I was a daddy's little girl. He liked weapons. I grew up with them, and you find this other level of respect for them too.
100%. And I think that's, really key, is that mindfulness and the respect, and also the respect of how the physical body can be a weapon, and just being mindful of the way you move your body and how you move it. And, and how strong we are, we're human beings can be so extraordinarily strong.
Right. So I'm sure you get this a lot, but what was it like working with Bruce Willis? What are you taking away from that experience?
I've known Bruce for a very long time, and I mean, he's just amazing. It's Bruce Willis. It's like, 2 words, Bruce Willis. He's just like so connected, you know, he's just immediately like dropped into the moment, you know, very, very present. Um, like even like the slightest gesture or the way that he, like one word, it's just, you're just inherently like really moved by this man. And so it was just like, you know, yeah, it was extraordinary.
And what was it like being directed by Mike?
Oh, I love Mike. Mike kicked ass. He did such a good job. This is his first feature. We shot it in less than 10 days and he just crushed it. You know, he's very kind, very collaborative, extremely creative. He also did all the music for the film too, which most people don't know. And was a music supervisor and scored like an extraordinary score and made amazing songs for it. Um, and, you know, when you're under these circumstances where you lose like all these days from your schedule, you know, that's tough for any filmmaker, and especially on your first movie. I mean, like, whew, you know, he could have completely panicked, and you know, he didn't. And in times where he would feel panicked, he, you know, figured out how to make everything work. And it's like, I like the fact that we have a movie is like amazing to me with so few days.
Mm-hmm. Well, to start wrapping up, is there anything you can share that we'll be seeing you in later on this year? Or
Yes, I just wrapped a film called Lady. I'm getting ready to direct my feature Polar Seasons that I wrote. And I have a production company called Hooligan Dreamers that just launched. So we have like over 15 projects on our slate. Um, Black Summer, lots of good stuff.
great. Well, congratulations. Thank you for your time. And people got to go check out this movie, Out of Death. That it came out this past Friday, but we're still talking about it because it's that good. Thank you so
Thank
much.
you, Nancy. Thank
You're
you.
welcome. Thank you.